Hi, my name is Kitminiat Danayaka. Hello, Professor Brown, and whoever else is watching this. My topic is on the 18 Vannamas. So, what are the 18 Vannamas? Essentially, they are a set of dancing songs that are an ode to honorable figures in our country of Sri Lanka. The songs come with a strict dance performance that is done by dancers of any age and level. The 18 Vannamas are specifically found in Kandyan dance, which is dance that is in the upper part of our country. The genre of music is associated with honoring animals and gods. Animals such as peacocks, elephants, and monkeys. The animals are cherished in Sri Lanka because of their beauty, the resources, and their religious ties to Buddhism. The word Vannama or Vannam comes from Varnan, which means praise. Here are all 18 Vannamas. I'm not going to read all of them out, but we can see that there is an emotion associated with each one, such as the Gajaga Vannama about the elephant is wonder, the Hanuma Vannama about the monkey is pathos, the Duraga Vannama, the horse, is about heroism. We can also see that Musaladi Vannama about the hare is tranquility. Now here is the instrumentation and the instruments you'll find in a typical Vannama. First, we have the Getabera, which is a membranophone, where two ends of the drum are across from each other. This is typically made of animal skin. In the picture, you can see some of the skin going across. That is what allows the drum to be pitched. Next, we have the Hekkiria, which is an aerophone. It is a conch. It's played typically in the beginning or the end of a song. It serves as a cue to either end or start the song. This falls under a trumpet because it is played through vibration. Next, we have the Horanawa, which is also an aerophone. It's played for the exact same reason the Hekkiria is played, and it falls under reed because it's played through a double reed. Next, we have the Thammetam, which is a membranophone. It's another type of drum, except the tops are right next to each other. This is not a pitched drum. It is played with two sticks, and yeah. Next is the Daula, which is another membranophone. It is played with a stick and hand. This is also a pitched drum. You can see the strings that are going across. That is what it allows it to be pitched. And lastly, we have the cymbals, which are idiophones, and they produce sound through their own material. Next are our musical elements. Starting off, we have a melody. The singer is what is creating the melody. The pitched drums support the melody but don't have their own melodic line. Next is thala. Similar to Indian music we learned about thala, you'll hear in a lot of the Vannamas, you'll hear words, but these are not translatable words in the Sinhala language. They're just thalas. They are the steps and or the drum strokes that are played in a language. And next we have rhythm. A regular rhythm is created by the drums. Tempo is generally medium, but sometimes you'll hear it speed up, especially when the dancer begins to dance faster. Timbre, I would say that the drums are warm, vibrant, and resonant. The Hekkiria or Horanawa is airy, bright, piercing. The voice is typically nasally. You'll hear a similar voice for all Vannamas, and it is quite nasally. Meter and or beat. The drum establishes the beat, and the syllables are what keep the beat. You'll hear it in the back, kind of just playing at the same tempo throughout, but sometimes when the tempo speeds up, you'll just hear it play like that. Next is texture. The drums provide a rhythmic layer, but they don't add a separate melodic line, so they're not included. So there's only the voice to consider, making it monophonic. Here's an example of the thala I was talking about, how you'll have a dance step and then there's a language, a syllabic language kind of related to each step. On the left, we have this is kind of like a beginner kind of steps. We have our first adiya, which is the step, that means step. Te, the second adiya is te kita te tam. The third adiya is te kita te kita te kita te tam. And then our more advanced is on the right. We have it's at the bottom. We have our first adiya is domikita takadon. Second adiya is domikita takadon. Third idea is domikita, 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 takudon. So these describe each step that the person taking. So if you hear it, there's a step associated with that. Now I'm going to show you the musical example. Listen for how the hekgeria serves as a cue, how the cymbals are keeping the beat, how the drums are reinforcing and creating the rhythm, how the singer's voice is quite nasally, how the tempo changes. Also the lyrics, you'll hear talas that the singer is singing.
Mayuravannama. The glamorous movement of a peacock is demonstrated through this Vannama and suits a dance portrayal.
Next, I interviewed my dance teacher. I've been dancing with her for about a year. She's a classically trained Kandyan dancer. First, I asked her, what is special about the 18 Vandamas? They are fundamental to learning classical Kandyan dance, but also integral to Sri Lankan culture, representing the most important things in our culture. How long did it take you to learn Kandyan dance? I've been classically trained for almost 2 decades now. Was dancing a tradition that got passed down from another family member? Yes, but not necessarily. Many Sri Lankan girls will learn classical Kandyan dance growing up. It's up to them if they want to continue it, though, and I chose to do so because I love dance. Can anyone do Kandyan dance and or dance to the 18 Vandamas? Is it meant for a certain gender only? In Sri Lanka, men and women dance, though there are certain dances specifically meant for women and vice versa. In modern times, you'll see more women dance than men. What do you enjoy about the 18 Vandamas, also Kandyan dance? The 18 Vandamas are a powerful way in honoring the beautiful animals that reside in our country and our religious figures. I love Kandyan dance because it's such an amazing dance style, and the steps haven't changed since they were first made hundreds of years ago. It is also a great form of meditation for me. Why is this music important to the culture it comes from? Like I said, they honor our animals and represent the most important aspects of Sri Lanka. The 18 Vandamas are also one of the oldest dances in Kandyan dance, making them extremely important for learning and teaching Kandyan dance. Lastly, here are my citations. I'd also like to talk about my own experience with Kandyan dance in the 18 Vandamas. I've danced the Hanuma Vandama, which is the monkey, and Mayuri or Mayura Vandama, which is the peacock. I've been dancing since I was around 8, and you'll see that a lot of Sri Lankan women and girls have at least danced once in their life. It is a very integral part of our culture, especially for the girls. Dancing is a big part of it, and the 18 Vandamas are kind of how I learned Kandyan dance, by doing these Vandamas, because they encapsulate a lot of the steps that you need to know, the beats, the rhythms. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my presentation.